I'm starting a new project, building this virtual pinball cabinet. So I figured I would document everything along the way in case it helps somebody else out, because I realized that I've been absorbing so much from watching other videos and reading articles and little things here and there that I'll pick up that I'm going to incorporate into my cabinet. I feel that even if someone watches this a few minutes and picks up a couple things, it's beneficial to share the knowledge. So I figured I'd just start documenting this process as I'm doing it. As you can see here, there's currently a prototype physical cabinet. It's got some buttons. The only two buttons that are working are these side flipper buttons. The rest of the buttons are not hooked up. They're here mostly just to for spacing, to figure out the spacing. I got a coin door drawn on. This won't be the final cabinet. This is basically just going to be a prototype. The back glass you can see up there. That is working. Again, there's no cabinet part on that yet. That will be coming later. I'm just experimenting. So basically this cabinet now is just to get the angle correct, the spacing. There's too much space in the sides, I can tell already. The flipper button placements and depth and size. This is a mini size cabinet. It's not full size. This center screen here is 32 inches, 4K. The back glass is a 19-inch Dell display that I had sitting around. It looks better in person. It's tilted too at an angle right now, so it doesn't look that great, but it does look pretty decent. Other than that, over here I just got some setup speakers and an amp. The amp will be going in. I'm actually going to get different speakers to put into the back glass component. And over here on the left hand side, which is kind of not visible, is the computer that will eventually be going inside the cabinet as well. I believe it's an i7 2300 with a GTX 970 for a graphics card. I'll just give a quick demo. There's nothing fancy here. The software's set up right now in Mars Attack. It's running Pinball Y as the interface. You can see the flipper buttons will go through the different tables available. The ones that I have now are just for testing. Nothing special. Again, just this was set up to test the flipper buttons. I wanted to make sure that it would work. Over here is the controller I'll ultimately be using. A similar one. This is a Teensy LC that's doing the input right now. I'll be using a Teensy 4 to actually do the final controller that I'm going to build myself. The graphics look pretty great on this screen. But the buttons, I'll put some coins in and it starts. Ultimately, I'm going to put a plunger on right now as a button. The button a little loud. The flippers work great. The little buttons, the leaf switch buttons. They're currently just being debounced, but having this set up like this showed me that my button placement is wrong. After playing for a little bit, my hands get pretty tired sitting up here. It should probably move down to about here. So what I'll end up doing is marking this, drilling some more test holes into this, repositioning the buttons, making sure they don't hit the screen on the inside here, and then doing some more test runs. So that's the purpose of this prototype. I'll also get the coin door, put that in, make sure there's enough spacing in the front. It's a little deep on the back. I'll end up probably moving that in a little bit as well. The benefit of using this prototype is I can do that and not screw up my final piece. So this is just some scrap stuff that I can feel free to mess around with. It might be a little too deep too. I initially set it this deep for the coin door in the front. The back is a little high. Again, I'll probably just play around with that. So right now, quick video just showing what I have set up, and I'll try to make some progress videos as I go and build the software and the hardware to accompany this as well.